For the record, I only review a game if I have it, can beat it, and can get my own footage for it. On top of that, it's difficult for me to review handheld games without the necessary equipment. But since I can record it off of Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut for the GameCube, I decided to risk my sanity to beat and review Sonic Labyrinth for the Game Gear. Sonic Labyrinth is infamous for being one of the worst Sonic ideas ever. Put Sonic in a labyrinth to recover 5 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and have Dr. Eggman force you to wear slow-down shoes so you can't run and jump. That means that 2 characteristics that Sonic is known for are gone. You can still spin dash, which is good because if all you could do was just walk in this game, it would be unplayable, unless you had the reflex speed of a snail. The game has 4 labyrinths with 4 levels in each labyrinth. In the first 3 zones you have to collect 3 keys then head for the goal. Though the instructions say they are gold, silver, and bronze, I see blue, red, and white. What do you see? Most of the time the keys are in plain sight, and other times an enemy might have one. In the first 3 zones of the labyrinths, there are no rings to collect. Yeah, this sounds more and more like it fits a Sonic game perfectly, doesn't it? Your time limit is basically your health. If it runs out, you die. If you get hit by an enemy, or run in lava, the time decreases. And if you fall off a platform, you die. To get your time up, you can kill the enemies for an extra 3 seconds, and finding the keys gives you an extra 30 seconds. However, if you get hit, you lose the keys you were carrying, and you have to collect them before they go back to their original spot. And no, picking them up again does not give you extra time. Your power-ups come in the form of these colored triangles. Wait, did I say power-ups? I meant worthless. One makes you fast enough to make it look like Sonic is walking, another gives you invincibility, which is useless since the spin dash never takes damage from anything, not even these spikes, and this one does jack squat. The only 2 that feel like they actually help are the ones that give you more time, and the one that gives you an extra life. Once you reach the 4th zone, you can go down a ramp, finally collecting rings and avoiding obstacles, then land in an area where you have to dodge enemies, then take on the boss. The bosses are nothing special and are easily taken care of thanks to the spin dash. Although there is one boss that should be noted. And he's also the easiest since you can spin dash behind him, then move up when he comes back, then repeat. The labyrinths are named after certain themes, but they don't have a mechanic that relates to that theme. Take the Labyrinth of the Sea. You'd think you would have to go through water and grab air bubbles, right? Wrong! There are some bubble enemies, but you never have to worry about running out of air. Most of them try to do different things, such as doors with different paths, cannons, and mostly going up and down. Though I did like the idea of fake platforms. The zones themselves are pathetically easy and usually never take more than 3 minutes to get through, except for 2 zones. Zone 3-3 makes you wait for a platform in a corner that you didn't know would be there. What, you have to be psychic to know this? Zone 4-3 is absolute torture to anyone. The doors don't always take you to the same place, and that's all that's in that level. If you need to find a guide for the zone, I won't hold it against you. When I first started thinking of reviewing this game, I thought I would go insane before I reached the end. But maybe I overestimated how bad it is. After beating it, I didn't hate it as much as I used to, but that doesn't mean I enjoyed it either. While the game is fairly easy, getting Sonic to stop takes some practice, the music tracks repeat all throughout the game, the animation is choppy when moving, the concept is horrible, and barely resembles a Sonic game at all, I really thought I'd be frustrated with this game, but I was actually more bored than anything else, which is better for your blood pressure anyway. Is there anything I like about it? Believe it or not, there are a few things. I like that the spin dash has a meter that tells you how fast it's going. The fake platforms I mentioned were an example that some thought was put into this game. If you get too close to falling off a platform, you can bring yourself back. Rolling down the ramp is somewhat decent, and this animation looks good for the Game Gear. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how I should rate this game. Stopping Sonic from a spin dash is tricky, the level designs were lazy, the power-ups felt useless, the bosses are a joke, the concept is stupid, and the game just felt easy from beginning to end except for these 2 horrible zones. And somehow, it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be, but still not a game that I could give a good recommendation for. I've actually seen a few people who like this game, and one person who would give it a 10 out of 10. Really? A 10 out of 10? To that person, you find nothing wrong with this game? Well, I guess one man's trash is another man's treasure. If you like it, you like it. I can't tell you how you should feel, but it's a good bet that most people won't take your opinion seriously. A 1 out of 5 or a 2 out of 5? Well, normally when I get stuck rating a game, I always ask myself 3 important questions, and if I give 2 positive answers, then I bring the score up an extra point. Number 1, did I have fun playing the game? I was more bored than anything else, so no. Number 2, would I be willing to go back and play it again from beginning to end? Can't see a reason why I would. Number 3. Are there any parts I would be willing to go back and play? This was the closest part I found somewhat decent, but no, I don't have a desire to go back and play it. Not even the bonus stage by pressing 1 and 2, holding down, being shot out of a cannon on stage 2-3 to enter a bonus stage where 1 ring is worth 25 rings was any fun. That's 3 negative answers, so there you have it. A 1 out of 5. A boring mess of a game.